All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. This is a Tiger pregame show right here on 93.5 FM, your voice of Hardin County sports and Tiger football. As we're just a few minutes away from the kickoff between the White House Heritage Patriots and your Hardin County Tigers. And before we went off the air, or not off the air, but for a timeout for the national anthem, you know, he's talking about running quarterbacks. Well, you know, we got a pretty good quarterback of our own. He is a semifinalist of Tennessee Mr. Football in 4A. And then he's got a pretty good cast around him, too, with John Whitley and, of course, Caden Pope. And we don't want to forget Seth Garner as well being a part of that bunch. But those three, each one of them well over 1,000 yards this year in passing, catching, and running for those three, and look for a big night. All seniors except for, Seth and Pope. But the two that's been together for a long time is Rivers and John Whitley. So looking for a big night from John. He's had an outstanding year. He's been healthy, and, you know, he's done a lot of good things.
Well, and yeah, I mean, when you've got a trio, when we get back to talking about how coaches have to scheme for a game and game plan, I mean, you watch Whitley on film and you're thinking, oh, Lord, more, we better stack the line of scrimmage. He can run. And then they look at Rivers, you know, he's leading the state and passing at one time. And you're thinking, oh, he got a scheme for that quarterback. And then you got Pope running all over the field, outrunning everybody in West Tennessee, and you going, oh, we got to double up on the outside on that guy, you know. And then you got Garner on the backside. So I mean, yeah, that's hard to scheme for, but you still got to win that line of scrimmage. You give Rivers time, he can go through a progression. We've seen him check down, you know, to his underneath throws, but he's got to have time. If that offensive line, when he's had time to sit back in there and look around, he's deadly accurate and can throw the football.
Well, you're exactly right, Kirk, as far as that part's concerned. You know, and I can't remember which game it was. Our offensive line had several holding penalties, made a lot of mistakes, you know, illegal procedure, that type of thing. And then the next game, they didn't do. They played a clean football game, and when they did, it was, you know, it was great to watch because, you know, we moved the ball up and down the field and were able to score points when we needed to. I'm more concerned on the defensive side of the ball as far as the line is concerned.
Not being able to get off the field.
Well, yeah, that's right. What our biggest problem this year is we would able to hold people to, say, a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, then give up the first down on more times than not a running play instead of a pass play. So that's one thing that's got to be corrected for us to be able to, you know, win these football games in these playoffs. Because you can't get a team in a 3rd and 8 and then let the quarterback or the halfback run for a first down and keep the ball and move the clock. So again, our defensive line, they're young, and at times we have 2 freshmen in there as far as that. So you know, we've got to play a good ball game tonight on the defensive front.
Well, but now one thing that we don't mention, you know, we're talking about the big 3 mainly on offense. But I'll tell you, he's had an outstanding year, and some of his best plays been against some of our best competition is Bryce Davis on the defensive line. He got moved this year. He was defensive end, and he's playing some defensive end, some D lineman. And when he's right, he is hard to stop. We talk about the gang tackling and we need to get people there against the good. He has the ability one-on-one to take people down. If he gets his mitts on you, he pretty much tackles you. He's a player in it. I mean, he's a fire breather when he comes through that offensive line. So we need to make sure that we bring him up because he's been a staple on that defensive line all year. It's been a stopper.
Well, here comes the Tigers as they race out of the north end zone through the tee. And it's football time in Hardin County. We'll have more about tonight's game and the kickoff when we return. You're listening to 93.5 FM, your home for Hardin County sports. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. You've been listening to the Tiger pregame show. As the Tigers have come out onto the field, the captains are lining up. Rivers Hunt will go out and meet the captain for the Patriots. Other action going on around the region in Region 5 versus Region 6. Jackson Northside will be in Creekwood tonight. Jackson Southside at Springfield. And White House will be over in Lexington. The winner of tonight's game will be either at Springfield or at home next week. I suppose that's how it's working. Since it's Jackson Southside, they can pull off the upset over there. One of these two teams will probably be at home. I know we will be. We'll be the higher seed as far as that goes. So the two captains are out at midfield. It's Chance Anderson for the Patriots and, of course, River Hunt for Hardin County. It is a great night for football here. It's clear skies. Temperatures in the upper 50s right now. Great crowd, great playoff crowd. And we want to bring in all those that are watching live on YouTube on Slice 93. So Tigers going, or the White Hat going through all the instructions, and now they're getting ready to toss the coin. And we win, what do? You putting your offense out there? Putting your defense out there?
We're going to find out.
Yep.
Well, we won.
See what Coach Smith wants to do.
I say we defer.
That looks like it.
So the Tigers have won the toss, and they will receive. Yeah,
Y'all got that one right.
Yeah, we got that one right.
Well, he looked over there to their guy like he asked him, what do you want to do? And I guess he told him which end he wanted to defend.
All right, White House Heritage is fixing to come out of the south end zone. The Tigers have already come out. We're just a few minutes away from football. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with the opening kickoff when we return. Back there all season long.
I guess we'll see real quick what kind of shape Caden Pope's in for the night as far as physical is concerned.
If they kick it to him especially.
Christian Carter will kick it off for White House as he'll set it at the 40-yard line. They'll be defending the south end zone. The Tigers will defend the north end zone right there where the student section is, and it was a first come, first served ticket as a TWSAA ruling only allowed 800 tickets combined. Here's a short, high, end-over-end kick. Automatically, they call a fair catch. That's Hooper right at the 26-yard line. I believe he could have got another 10 or 15 yards if he were running. He caught it a little quick. But the Tigers will take over first down, 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tigers come out in their power offense. They've got McGee in there as tight end, Van Hoos at H-back, of course, Whitley at running back, the same offensive line across the board. Pope and Garner split out to the left.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 4-man front for the Patriots. Here's a handoff to Whitley right up the middle, has running room at the 30, squeezes through at the 30-yard line, down close to the 35.
Pretty good way to start, 9-yard gain.
So they get it out to about the 35 and a half. It'll be second down, second and a long one from there. Patriots come out in a four-man front. They've got blue pants, blue helmets, and white shirts. Five-man front now for the Patriots. Shotgun formation. Here comes a man in motion. That's Pope. They're going to give it to him. Turns it up at the 40. Looking for a block at the 45. He's at the 50. Still on his feet at the 45. Cutting back across the field. And he's going to be wrestled down inside Patriot territory to about the 43. That'll be enough for a first down.
Leg looked pretty good, Dan.
Yeah, and you had to give that their left tackle.
Big defensive tackle.
Yeah, defensive tackle got downfield and got an arm on him to slow him up, or he might have scored.
Yeah, number 61, I believe.
Well, it was a good read by Pope as he cut it back inside behind his blocker. So it'll be first down, first and 10 at the 42. Here's a snap. Here's Whitley right up the middle, has running room as he just powers his way to about the 35, maybe 34-yard line. So another good pickup on first down. Pickup of about 7. It'll be second down, second and 3 from the 34. So this drive started at our own 27, and we've worked it down to the Patriots' 34-yard line. Hunt brings them to the line. He sends Pope and Garner to his right. Whitley right behind him in the pistol formation. Five-man front for the Patriots. Here's a snap. This time, handoff to Whitley, the right side, and he's just powering his way behind that big line as they just keep driving and driving down to the 25. Enough for another first down for the Tigers right at the 25-yard line of the Patriots.
Nothing but power football.
So it'll be first down, first and 10 for the Tigers at the Patriots' 25-yard line. This time he'll send Garner to the right, Pope to his left. Van Hoos in the slot to his left. Now Whitley stands to the right. Four-man front now for the Patriots. Here's a handoff up the middle, looking for running room. That's Whitley. He's at the 20-yard line. This rides a few Patriots to the 18.
Picked up about 7 again.
If that keeps up all night long, they're in for a long.
Well, you always look at that line of scrimmage battle, and the offensive line they're winning it. I mean, they're blocking those boys. They're pushing them downfield. Whitley's not getting touched for 5-6 yards.
It'll be second down, second and 3. Pickup of 7 for John Whitley. Two receivers now to the left. Here's a snap. Here's Whitley, left side, cuts back to the middle of the field, lowers his head at the 15, and pushes it, the pile, to about the 14, maybe 13-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down.
The offensive line consists of Wilkinson, Robinson, Cummins, and Melson, and then, of course, McGee, 23 is your tight end, 35 Van Hoos is your H-back.
First down, first and 10 from the Patriot 13. This one started at the 27. Tigers took the opening kickoff. They've marched it right down the field with mostly John Whitley. Here's a snap. Whitley again trying to get outside. Makes a move at the 11, at the 10, inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. Goes John Whitley.
Good downfield blocking by Cummins.
It'll be close to a first and goal, about a yard short now. It'll be second down, second and 1 from the 4. Hunt brings them to the line. Pope and Garner spread out to the left. Whitley now moves over to he's going to get right behind in the pistol formation. Here's a snap. Handoff Whitley. Looking for some running room. Lowers his head. Going toward the goal line. Did he get in?
Well, he got the first down. That's for sure.
Yeah. They're going to say short. Probably maybe a yard or the length of a football. But it'll be first and goal from the 1 for the Tigers. So a pretty good starting drive here in the first quarter. As the clock rolling at 7:37 now to go here in period number 1. Hunt brings them to the line. Pope and Garner to the far side. Whitley stands right behind him in a pistol formation. Here's a snap. Here's Whitley, left side, dives close to the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, John Willie. So here's a John Willie show on that drive. As the Tigers just take it right down the field, kind of like reminiscent of that Milan game, and this went down the field, and this time they go into the end zone for the score, and they draw first blood and lead it 6-0, awaiting the extra point. Hunt will hold. Martinez will kick. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. The kick is way to the left, and it was a jailbreak. He had to hustle to even get it up in the air. So the extra point is no good. We'll take a quick timeout and listen to Hardin County football. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay. Martinez kicks it off. They fumble it at the 20-yard line. He picks it up, and he's going to be hammered down. Who is that? That's Braden Wilkes.
Yeah, he was right there. Man, I thought we might have a shot at it. I mean, ball hit him in the chest, went forward, he reached down and knocked it back between his legs. I thought we might get there just in time to get it.
So they'll get it at the 20-yard line. Well, they'll have it first down, 1st and 10.
Tigers defensive line, you've got, let's see, you've got Isaiah Smith, got 22, that's the freshman Adam Harris, Hooper, and Bryce Davis is your defensive ends.
Wilson is a quarterback.
Oh, we got two out there with only one man covering.
Here's a snap. They hand it off right up the middle, and he's going to be hit and dropped. Boy, we was misaligned right then.
We had two. I mean, they had two receivers out there with only one cover.
Safety didn't roll out over.
That was Peyton Pope.
It would have been Garner, I think.
Would it? From that linebacker position, a rover, whatever you want to call it.
No gain on the play.
Nope.
It'll be second down, 2nd and 10. Here comes a man in motion. They fake it to him right up the middle with that big bruising back, and he's going to be stopped again.
I don't care how big and bruising you are. If you don't have anywhere to run like that, you're not going to run. I mean, bottom line. Defensive line doing their job. They just completely stacked it up. He just had to put his head in one of his linemen's back and just...
Jackson Mapes is the running back. Wilson the quarterback.
Well, it's the same scenario again. I don't know what to...
Garner's supposed to get out there if he turns to throw. Well, they're making 33 get off field.
Well, they did the same thing a while ago. A little trickery? Well, wait a minute. Now we're bringing somebody out on the
way. He must have like a mouthpiece or something like that.
Okay. Now they'll go 2 receivers to the right. Tailback right behind the quarterback. Here's a snap, looking to the right, still looking, fires down the sideline, and it's going to be off the fingertips of the intended receiver. That's number 9, Wyszynski, and it'll go out of bounds, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Patriots.
Bishop was right there with him, but the thing about it is, I think he thinks he's running a foot race instead of trying to catch a ball. He will not reach up there and go after the football.
Boy, he had him blanketed.
Yeah, so 3 plays, 3 and out. And they'll punt it away. Here comes a rush, and they get a little piece of it, a spiraling kick, though. It's going to go just past the 40-yard line to about the 42, so the Tigers will take over there, 1st down, 1st and 10.
Did we get some of it, or did it
I think us? A little piece of it, maybe.
Well, we missed an extra point, and they missed a punt, just about.
So we'll start this drive at the Patriots' 42-yard line. 5:44 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers up 6-0. They open the game up with a touchdown drive, 1-yard run by Whitley. Now they'll go two receivers, right and left. They walk up
They're going to throw
a linebacker as Whitley stands to the left. Here's a snap, looking to throw, still looking, under pressure. Now he's going to take off. Now he fires down the field, has Pope, complete, touchdown, Tigers! Woo, what a play by Rivers Hunt as he kept it alive. And then Pope came streaking across the field, right at the corner of the end zone, hauls it in, and runs it in for a Tiger touchdown.
Garner's one that made the play. He faked them all out. I know it. It looked like he was going to throw to Garner. Garner was covered, and Garner just sat there and watched it go over his head right to Pope.
He threw Pope open then.
Yeah. And he took a lick right when he let go of the football, too.
So Martinez will come in for the extra point. The kick is up,
Missed out.
and the kick is no good. Hooked it to the left. So two scores, two missed extra points. 5:32 to go. 12-0 our score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Put Ivy. Missed extra point, so could come back to haunt you. Here's a skilled kick. It's going to hit at the 30-yard line, be picked up at the 25, looking for some running room, and he's going to be hemmed under and hemmed in and dropped and hemmed up.
Tigers switching defensive linemen, sending number 57 Wade Van Hoos and number 76 Quadarius Gray into the ball game.
So White House will start this drive at their own 25-yard line. 5:26 to go, first quarter, 12-0 our score. Now they're going from the south to the north end zone. They send two receivers out here to the near side. Wilson in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They hand it off up the middle. He's hitting the backfield, still trying to plow his way for some yardage, and he's going to be knocked down.
No, that was 76 Quadarius Gray that hit him back.
He split the line because he was in the backfield.
Yeah, that's he almost took the handoff.
You know, I don't know any indication, but these first three series, we're just beating the dog out of them right now.
So now they come to the line. And it's going to be a direct snap this time to the big tailback, and he takes off, gets a running goal, goes across the 30 to about the 36-yard line. So they switch it up on the Tigers and pick up about 4, maybe 5. So it'll be third down, 3rd and 4.
Well, their statement is, heck, we don't need a quarterback, just snap it to him and let him run.
Yeah, now they do it again, Wildcat formation. Go with a hard count. Now they'll look up, look over to the sideline. Receiver out here to the near side. Two wings on either side of the running back. This time he tries to middle of the field, and he's going to be knocked down. Maybe that's back to the line of scrimmage is all.
57 freshman Wade Van Hoos made that tackle.
So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 4, no gain. Let's see what White House wants to do. Right now, I think 27, I couldn't hear. He's the punter.
Yeah, he's the punter too. The running back is the punter.
So the clock running down, they're trying to decide what they want to do, and it looks like they're going to keep him in at the quarterback.
They're going to try to draw us offside, which is worse.
Yeah. Well, Wilson comes in now, and they're trying to hard count. Now they stand up and look. They'll try it again one more time, I would think. No, they snap it, hand it off to their big running back, and he's going to be knocked down short of the line to gain right at the 30. He needed the 35. It's going to be at the 34. That wasn't a smart play there.
I don't
understand that one.
They know they're getting beat.
Yeah,
that's why they went for it. I mean, they're getting pushed around. They're going to have to play risky the rest of the game.
So they'll turn it over on downs, and Hardin County will have it first down, 1st and 10 at the Patriots.
They're going to measure
31-yard line.
Now, when I started to say, I thought they were going to measure.
Well, he's 2 yards short.
Well, he looked over to the sideline and is still showing fourth down on the marker, but now they've changed it to first down.
So the Tigers will take over at 3:24.
They had turned the front of the football the other way.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side. Whitley is a tailback behind Hunt. They'll give it to Whitley right up the middle, just trying to pick his way. This time he's going to be shoved backwards. Gets maybe a couple on the play. Helmet comes off, so he'll have to come out.
Christian
White will come in. Also Knox Gray coming in. As McGee will come out along with John.
Taking the tight end out and putting a wide receiver in.
Now they'll go to their doubles formation, as they'll send 2 receivers to the far side. Now they'll go 3. They'll empty the backfield. They'll go 3 out here to the near side. Clock running at 2:46. Here's a snap. Looking, fires, complete to Van Hoos. Dives close to the 25-yard line. Good catch, and picked up a couple extra yards. So to bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and about 3 for the Tigers.
Little hitch up in the zone, just like a running play. It was good for 6 yards.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 3 now. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line of the Patriots. Hardin County on top, 12-0 here in the first quarter. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side.
Go left.
Here's a snap. They hand it off to Whitley, right side. Just plows his way across the 25 to about the 24, but he's going to be short, maybe a yard.
But nobody on the left side.
I know it.
I mean, they missed the line. They didn't have anybody out there on our guard or tackle.
Well, there was 3 Tigers out there and no white shirts.
No.
McGee comes back in. Knox Gray comes back out. And so it'll be a 4th down play for the Tigers now. 4th and 1 from the 24 of the Patriots. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left. Whitley to the left of Hunt. Here's a snap. They're going to fake it to him. Rivers right up the middle. Has a 1st down across the 20-yard line down to about the 18. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank 1st and 10. And so Tigers are good on their 4th down try and get it inside the 20 to the 18-yard line of the Patriots. This drive started at the Patriots 31, 5 plays into the drive. Here's a snap. He's going to get it. Got a man wide open over the middle. Touchdown Tigers, Garner. That's what him on the dump pass, wide open.
Well, what they're doing is they're bringing their left linebacker up in a blitz formation, and the other linebackers lined up head up on the center. There's nobody on the tight end, and heck, coaches saw it and just had him run the seam right up the seam, and there wasn't a soul there.
Tigers leave the kicker on the sidelines this time, going for 2.
So the Tiger offense will stay out as Hunt will send Pope and Garner to his left. Now we move.
54 Cummins,
And he knew it too. He just got leaned back and just couldn't stop.
Well, it's going to be a pass. He was going into pass coverage. It'd probably definitely be a pass now.
So they'll try it again as they'll push it back now to about the 7-yard line.
Yep.
So Hunt now will have Whitley in the pistol formation, 2 receivers to the right. Patriots get lined up. Here's a snap, rolling right, still looking, rolling, fires. Nobody there, but he got knocked down. That's Pope. and the two-point conversion is no good. 50 seconds to go here in the first. 18-0 our score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Martinez hits it. They get it at the 20-yard line. Moving to the right, still on his feet at the 25, down to the 30-yard line. Where White House Heritage will have it there. First down, 1st and 10 from their own 31. With 42 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's been all Tigers so far. 3 possessions here in the first quarter, 3 touchdowns, but our extra points specialty team
leave a little bit to be desired.
Exactly. So the first down, Wilson brings them to the line. 1st and 10, man in motion. They fake it to him. Wilson's going to keep it. He's going to be hit and dropped. Picks up about a yard. That was Hooper on the tackle. Also 36 for the Carter Scott in on the play as well.
They just really can't do much with our.
Haven't been able to so far.
No, they haven't moved anything up front.
Second down. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play, and I think they're just going to let it run down this first quarter, and they'll be satisfied with that as they're looking over to the sideline, and that will be the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, Hardin County on top, 18-0. We'll be back with more Hardin County football right here on your Tiger Sports Station, 93.5 FM. As the Tigers on top, 18-0. As White House Heritage has the ball at their own 32-yard line. Second down, 2nd and 10. Wilson in the shotgun formation. Rose to his left now, shovel pass inside. Good play, but the Tigers pick it up as they get a couple on the carry to about the 35, maybe the 36-yard line, and pick up of about 4 on the carry. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 6.
Now you're talking about Bryce Davis. He almost intercepted the shovel pass. He was back there at the quarterback. They've got a player down right now, number 60.
Yeah, if Bryce had stuck his arm out, I think he could have caught it.
So the Tigers have had good field position, to say the least. They took the opening kickoff from their own 27, and then from that point on, they've been on the Patriots' side of the field for the whole first quarter. It's been mostly all John Whitley from his tailback position. Now the big lineman gets up. Looked like maybe a cramp.
Heritage hadn't crossed midfield in the first quarter. Even with their punt, they didn't cross. midfield. And then they had a turnover on downs. I mean, we started every drive inside their 50.
So Will Wilson will bring them to the line. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 6 for the Patriots. They'll send 2 receivers here to the near side. They're going from the north to the south end zone. 4-man front for the Tigers. Mapes, the tailback, to the left. They fake it to him. Rolling right. Under pressure. Davis has to fire, and he throws it behind the intended receiver.
Good job. Pope picked it up. They just ran a little combo route. They tried to drive the cornerback deep, and the safety had to come up and make the play on the little out route. And he did a good job. Plus, he was about to get. Did I see him have his shirt in their hand when he tried to throw?
They were right there on him. They were real close.
So that'll bring up 4th down. This time they'll punt it, or they're showing punt anyway. We almost get in there again. Garner does. He gets it away. Angles toward the sideline, their sideline, and will go out of bounds. Right about the 35-yard line. That's where the Tigers will have it. 1st down, 1st and 10. With 11:18 to go here in the half.
That running back, that big power running back, is their punter.
So the Tigers will start at their own 35-yard line. He'll send 3 receivers now to the left, 1 to the far side. Whitley will go in motion. They're looking to throw it to him. They do. Great catch. Throws it behind him at the 35. He makes a move at the 40. Here comes a flag. And he's run out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. That one may come back.
Got Knox Gray for a holding.
Sure was a late flag.
It is a holding. It's right at the 36. It's going to be called on Knox, so that play will come back. It's a great catch by Whitley. That one was thrown behind him, but when he gathered his balance, I guess, and got turned upfield, made a good gain out of it, but all for naught. It'll be 1st down, 1st and 20 after the penalty. So Hunt brings them to the line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. 3-man front. Rivers, he's going to keep it. He's at the 30-yard line and still on his feet, trying to find some running room. Finally dives to the 31. Gets close to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd down.
About 15.
2nd down, 2nd and 15 from the 31. It's been all Hardin County in the first quarter. They're trying to extend their lead. 18-0 our score right now. They'll go with Gray, Van Hoos, and Pope to the right. Garner out here to the near side. Whitley stands to the right of Hunt. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, no pressure, still looking. Now he's flushed out.
He's got him.
Man open, that's Gray. It's going to be caught at the 49-yard line as he had to go down to the ground. Pope standing down here wide open at the 20-yard line.
He couldn't throw it to him. No. He brought him to his offside, and he couldn't get the ball to him.
So a good catch there by Knox Gray, enough for a 1st down right at the 49.
I think he saw him. He just couldn't get it to him.
Well, that was good because both the linebacker and the corner came up thinking that he was going to run, and that left Knox Gray wide open.
1st down, 1st and 10 from the 49. 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Whitley to the right, cuts it back up the middle of the field, has a little bit of running room at the 45.
Boy, almost had a lot.
They'll spot it down at the 44, just gets tripped up before he hits some open space. That'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 4.
I mean, look at the luxury when you're 2nd and 4, 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3. I mean, our 1st down production running the ball's been outstanding.
2nd down, 2nd and, well, they're going to say 3 now on the scoreboard. 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side, 4-man front. They're showing blitz. Here's a snap. Whitley has it right side up the middle of the field at the 40, at the 35, and he's going to roll down to about the 31. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
Fun watching a kid when he's got experience, and he knows exactly when he gets that ball where that hole's going to be, and when he sees it, he knows when to be patient and when to accelerate. That time, the ball, I mean, it was wide open. He turned on the jets when he saw it.
Now Rivers will send Gray and Pope to his right, Garner and Van Hoos here to the near side. Wheatley stands to the right. Three-man front now. Now they're walking a linebacker up at the line of scrimmage. Here's a snap. Handoff Whitley. Makes a move in the backfield. Almost got knocked down. Goes across the 30, 31 down to about the 27.
Looked like he was going to be tackled for a loss in the backfield, and he picks up 5 yards.
Yeah, that was a fine run for it to be.
About 5-yard gain.
A 5-yard gain, because, I mean, he made 2 guys miss it. I don't know if we could have touched him in that 5-yard window, but he made 3 cuts.
Hunt brings him to the line. Second down, 2nd and 6. 2 receivers right and left. Now here Pope in motion. They're going to give it to him, trying to get to the outside. Has some blockers out there. Turns it up at the 20. He's at the 10. Makes a move there at the 5. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Hardin County. Caden Pope made it look easy once he got in the open field. He just kind of glided into the end zone.
Well, when he hit that hole over on the sidelines, I mean, it was clear sailing all the way. I don't know that he was touched anywhere through there.
They don't have anybody on their team
They got the speed.
they can play with.
No.
So now the Tigers will go for 2 again. They'll send Van Hoos and Garner to the left, Pope and Gray to the right. Whitley will stand to the right of Hunt in the shotgun formation. Hunt comes up to the line, says something to his center. Now he retreats back. Here comes a man in motion. That's Gray back across in front of Hunt. Looking, fires over the middle. Complete, good. Van Hoos. 2-point conversion, good. That time he threw a missile.
We got a flag.
And Andrew didn't have any choice but catch it right in his gut, but there is a flag on the play. So it may not be any good.
Illegal procedure.
Yep. Did it again. Now Coach Smith, he don't like it. He is absolutely giving the business to the referee down here that's on our side. That's something that Coach Smith has seen, but he didn't like it, and he expressed his displeasure for sure.
And he got another little word or two in just then.
So now they'll move it back to the 7-yard line. We'll try it again. They'll send Van Hoos, Pope, and Gray out here to the left. Garner to the right. Woodley stands to the left of Hunt. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, fires over the middle. Complete again to Van Hoos, and he said he dropped it.
Oh, golly.
Here's a diving grab. He came up with it, but they said he dropped it in the back of the end zone. So 4 touchdowns, 4 missed extra points. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
He tried to.
He tried.
There's another flag. 2 flags.
Daddy.
He's gone to sleep.
Yeah, we're ready, yeah. All right, Martinez kicks it off down to the 20-yard line as they get him down around the 25, but flags all over the field.
Well, his helmet came off, and we tackled him. They felt sorry for him. I don't know if there's a knee rule on that or not.
Well, it didn't look like a horse collar.
Well, they can blow the whistle and plays dead when ball carrier's helmet comes off.
Well, we're fixing to find out.
They're going to have 15 yards too.
Face mask.
Personal foul against the Tigers.
2 personal fouls.
So the Tigers getting hit with 2 personal fouls. Coach Smith is just livid down here on the sideline. Finally, he just looks at the official, just throws his hands at him, and
That's 30 yards worth of penalties right there.
That's been their best play.
so a 30-yard penalty, face mask on the Tigers, and then a dead ball, personal foul on the Tigers as well. So they get the ball at the 45 instead of their own 25.
Well, the play was dead when his helmet came off, and we did tackle him after his helmet came off. They're probably saying that ball was dead, and then the tackle after it was unsportsmanlike.
Hardin County faithful here, they're unhappy and giving officials an earful for sure. Here's a snap, handoff to the tailback. He's just going to be rolled down. Boy, he goes across the 45 to about the 43.
He's a throwback to about the 1965, 1970 running back.
He's your Larry Zonko, the Miami Dolphins.
That's right. I mean, he's just a little wide body, strong, gets low and just pushes with all he's got.
So Mates now moves to the left of Wilson in the shotgun formation, tight formation right and left. Here's a snap. They pitch it out to him, trying to get him outside. Had some running room. He just lowered, runs over a couple of Tigers going down the sideline. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. That time we just waited on him to make his move, and he just went at us like a bull and run over a couple of Tigers, and then he showed a little burst of speed of his own down the sideline. And it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at the Tiger 13 with 6:49 to go.
That's what happens when you don't finish.
Yep.
Yeah, when you don't lock up.
Yeah, you just waited, and he said, okay.
But, I mean, we scored it well, and they hadn't gained 5 yards in the first half. I made a little complacency going on.
Here's a snap, handoff Mates. This time he's hitting the backfield by Bryce Davis as he comes shooting from his defensive end. Also Carter Scott in there.
Did you see that there was a little more intensity in that defensive play than the one before?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually lost a yard, loss of 1, so it'll be second down, 2nd and 11, back to the 14. Tigers on top, 24-0. 4 possessions, 4 scores, no extra points. Wilson brings it to the line. 2 receivers way out here to the near side. Here's a snap, looking, fires over the middle, and it's going to be dropped at the 10-yard line. Put a hitch out there. I thought he was going to carry it on across the middle, and he just stopped, and it hit him right in the face mask.
I can't say that he heard footsteps because there wasn't anybody really that close to him.
No, he had some cushion. I don't know why you'd be giving much cushion on
At the goal line.
Yeah, down inside the 20.
So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 11 from the 14. Clock stops at 6:08. Here's a snap. Rolling to the right, under pressure. Holding. He's going to be sacked and dropped.
Jacob Hooper.
All right, Bryce Davis came around his defensive end, made him step up, and when he did, Hooper came up and wrapped him up.
And I believe he's hurt. He's holding his left arm.
So it'll bring up 4th down. They lose back to the 22-yard line, and it looks like they're going to bring their field goal kicker on.
Don't do anything.
Wow.
So Christian Carter will come out, 6'3", 190 place kicker.
I just
for
We haven't tried
the
any
Patriots.
40-yarders this year.
Frill will hold. Here's the snap, it's down, the kick is up, and it's going to be way short as it barely makes it into the end zone. So the Tigers hold once again. It'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 Tigers.
Ball will come out to the 20. You know that
Over first down, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 5:12 to work with here in the half, leading 24-0. Hunt brings them out. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. 4-man front for the Patriots. Here's a handoff to Whitley. Gets outside. He's at the 25. He's going to be knocked down short of the 30-yard line. They're about the 29.
Another one of those 8, 7, 8, 9-yard games.
Tiger offensive line just sealed off that side, and John broke it to the outside, picked up nice 8 yards. It's nice to have it 2nd and 2.
Well, they put so much pressure on this outside linebacker. They're playing heads up on the guard.
2nd down, 2nd and 2. Here's Whitley trying the right side. Now he bounces it.
There's another flag.
Here comes
they're getting flag happy now.
And he'll be knocked down at the 25, and that one may come back.
Getting flag happy.
Well, we've had a bunch. They've had none. But usually that happens in games like this. Kirk has said it many times. They get a little sympathetic. So there is holding. And it'll go back to the 25. I think this crew is from Northwest area, and if it is, they do throw a lot of flags and a lot of holding calls. We've experienced that many times. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and about 7 now, as they'll spot it back at the 24. Clock rolling, 4:21 to go here in the half. Tiger pregame, halftime show coming up at the conclusion of this quarter. Here's a snap. Whitley, right side, lowers his head, still on his feet, driving close to the 30-yard line, and he'll be shoved backwards. So that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and
Short.
What, about 1 maybe?
First down. It's 1st down.
So it'll be enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know this crew was something when they first started out the game. They was after them wanting to pull their knee pads down and so on and so forth. So, I don't know. You get in the playoffs, you get this kind of bunch.
1st down, 1st and 10 from the 30 now. The Tigers 30, 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side, 3-man front for the Patriots. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes a little pressure from the outside. Lets it go down the field. There's Garner. It's complete at the 35. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. At the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers. What a catch.
Yep.
And what a better run.
What a throw.
Yeah. I mean, he never broke stride. I mean, he was just like he was running a 60-yard sprint and a ball fell in his hand.
So Seth Garner on a 70-yard touchdown pass, catch and run. And the Tigers add to the lead at 3:23 to go, 30-0.
We're going to try to go back to kicking now.
Yeah. We couldn't get the 2-point.
Well, it's that south end zone. It makes you kick left. This one, if he misses, will be missed right.
Martinez in the kick. It's up. The kick is, this time, it's good.
All right.
3:23 to go here in the half. Our new score, Hardin County 31, Patriots nothing. We'll be back after this quick timeout. Tigers go 3 plays, 80 yards, as Hunt connects with Seth Garner on a 70-yard touchdown pass and catch. Tigers up 31-0 as Martinez will kick it off. A high end-over-end kick, this time taken at the 20. 25 looking for some.
Hey, that's holding. Call it.
Now he bows out and goes back.
Great play by
yard line.
Garner was getting held and still made the tackle. They were holding one arm and he was tackling the other arm. That's right. Hey, he's had 2 good plays in a row. Got that long touchdown, then make that play there. But that's a pretty obvious call there.
Yeah, I mean, it's right in front of him.
Yeah. Everybody in the fans, so
I'm kind of looking at Coach Smith and some of these coaches down here.
I think Matthew's afraid to get close to him, afraid he's going to get kicked out of the game now.
So Wilson will bring them out. First down, 1st and 10. They'll send 2 receivers left. Maps to the left. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off to him, looking for some kind of running room. He's hitting the backfield, and he'll just drive forward for about a yard. He's going to be a sore young man after tonight. I know that.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling we're going to get to play some younger guys again tonight.
Mounts 5'10", 215. Big young man.
Tigers in a 5-man front now.
2 receivers left. Shotgun formation. Here's a pitch out to Maps looking for some running room. This time he's going to be hemmed under as actually Wilson dropped the snap and it threw the timing off, and they're going backwards.
I think 16, he took a pretty good lick in that last series. I don't know that he's 100%.
Well, he's holding his right side.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, he was.
He looks like Napoleon.
Now Mounts will come out, and they'll empty the backfield, and they'll send 3 receivers out here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Wilson in shotgun formation, 4-man front. 3rd down play for the Patriots. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking under pressure, ducks under it. Now they got a hold of him, and they bring him down. That's a sack.
That's number 60, Isaiah Smith. Yeah, that's who it was.
So now the Tigers will take a time out with 1:50 to go after the sack. We'll just keep it right here. Your halftime show coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll go over all the scores of the first half, get you ready for the second half, as it'll be 4th down, 4th and 10, as the Patriots will punt it away, and the Tigers trying to add 1 more to the score before they go in at halftime.
They may go after this one. They've been close twice.
So they'll punt it away. This will be, they'll see 1, 2, their 3rd punt of the night. They tried a field goal, missed it. Otherwise, that's been about all. The only offense they really had was that 30-yard penalty. So Maps in to punt it. Here comes the Tigers, and he'll get it away. It's a high end-over-end kick, and they get out of the way of it. It heads over to the Patriots sideline, and that's where it'll be down. 1st and 10 Tigers, right at White House's 48-yard line. So we've had great field position here in this first half of play for sure.
Have they? Well, I started to say, have they had it on our side of the field? They did one time after that 30-yard penalty.
Yeah, the penalty's the only time they've crossed midfield. Yeah. And that includes with their punts.
Yeah.
Well, no, they punted one out down there at the 35-yard line.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10. Hunt brings them to the line. 2 receivers right and left. 3-man front. Now they'll sneak a linebacker up. Showing blitz. Here comes Pope in motion back to the near side. Here's a snap. Looking, no pressure. Here comes a flag.
Now
he's coming back.
Whitley.
And he's going to run it out of bounds. That's Hunt. But that will come back, and they're going to get John Whitley for a hold.
Yeah. Now, did they point at 56? Robinson?
I think I'm like Kirk. It looked like Whitley anyway.
Well, it did. I mean, he threw it right where John was standing.
Well, I mean,
holding against the Tigers. That's
but now he took it back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see. What is that? Number 3 or 4 on the night so far?
3 right now that I can remember.
And a couple of procedures. We've had about 5 calls against us tonight. Not saying that we haven't done them.
Well, the worst was the.
But we've seen them have a couple of holds on kickoffs and nothing called. So anyway, whatever.
Seth Garner's left arm ought to be put back in place where that guy pulled it out.
That'll be 1st down, 1st and 20, back at the Tigers' 42-yard line. 1:31 to go here in the half. Here's a snap, and here comes another penalty. We flinched. I saw that one. Look like 71.
That's Wilkinson.
I mean, this is the stuff in playoffs that'll get you beat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, penalties. I mean, that's just dumb mistakes. You're talking about a veteran group up there.
That offensive line shouldn't be doing
No,
that.
I mean, there's no need for that. I mean, 11 games into the season.
Yeah, and this lack of
I'll give them a hold every once in a while just to protect the quarterback, but not those
lack
procedure
of focus. Here's a snap. Finally get it off. Hunt's going to keep it right up the middle. Looking for some running room at the 40, at the 45. He'll be down to about the 46. Get some of the penalty yardage back. Clock running, 1:17. Tigers still have 2 timeouts to go. We'll see how Coach Smith wants to play it, as the Tigers really in no hurry lining up. Now they'll go 3 receivers to the right. That's Van Hoos, Pope, and Gray.
Put the 9 route on Pope and let's go.
Garner out here to the near side. Under a minute to go. Hunt moving up to the line of scrimmage, getting everybody lined up. Whitley stands to his left. Here's a snap, straight drop. No pressure, no pressure. Steps up in the pocket, lets it go, complete. And Van Hoos drops it.
Wide open. He was trying to run before he caught it.
Got it at the 35-yard line and then turned and forgot the football.
Yeah, came back underneath on the little skinny post there, and everybody else was on the outside. It's wide open.
Yep.
So Andrew going back to the huddle and in discuss with himself. And it'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 16. Clock stops at 44 seconds. Not to go in the first half. Hunt brings him to the line. Same formation. 3 receivers to the right. 1 here to the near side. That's Garner. 3-man rush. Here's a snap. Straight drop. No pressure. Now steps up in the pocket. Rolls to the right. Still looking downfield. Still looking downfield. Now he's going to let it go to Pope. He's going to grab it, and he's going to go out of bounds.
That's good.
Yeah, it'll be complete. It'll be enough for a first down at the 37-yard line. The clock stops.
Looked like he actually dropped the ball, but he
was trying to get a low down.
Yeah.
And
I'm not sure he didn't bobble it and then re-grasp it and then step out of bounds.
they'll spot it at the 37 with 32 seconds to go.
We still have 2 timeouts.
So Hunt will line them up. 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Now he'll move Whitley to his left. Trying to get the offensive line call up as the Patriots shifting around. They'll go into a 4-man front. Here's a snap, straight drop, under pressure, rolling. Now he makes a move, going outside, and he's going to be tripped up. He sees him, but he just couldn't get outside. Now we'll have to call a timeout.
Yep.
Couldn't get outside away from the rusher.
I wonder what the penalty's going to be this time.
Oh, we got a penalty?
Oh, yeah. I see it over there on that side.
I'm just wondering what they're calling. Sideline warning, probably.
No, I don't know.
It's against us, but I don't know what it is.
That's just where he got sacked.
Oh, is that where he got sacked?
Yeah.
Timeout.
Well, we got a timeout anyway. We'll take a quick timeout with them. 23 seconds to go. 31-0 our score. Hardin County on top. We'll be back right after this. And 20, the ball at the 47-yard line of the Patriots. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right and left, 3-man front. Here's a snap, straight drop. Now they fire down the sideline. He's got Garner, goes up and just off the fingertips. Good pass, good coverage by the Patriots, and that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 20. The 20 doesn't matter as the Tigers trying to hit a home run here before we get out of here. 16 seconds to go. Clock stops on the incomplete pass.
It's not been a good 2 minute.
No, not at all. Well, it's hard when you've got, 4 penalties just in this drive.
That's why it hadn't been a good 2 minute.
Now he'll send 2 receivers to the right. We've had that. Drop pass, 2. And 2 receivers right, 2 left. Now they're showing blitz as the linebacker walks up. Hunt sees it. Straight drop. Up in the pocket, still looking. Now he's flushed out to his left, spins to the right. Now he's just going to throw it out of bounds. So to bring up 4th down with 5 seconds to go here in the first half. It's been all Hardin County, so we'll see what they want to flag over there.
They're going to call intentional grounding.
Well, the head ref calls intentional grounding. Who threw the flag?
It's over there on the sideline. Let's see what it is.
Right, probably holding. They called. That's the only call they know.
Intentional grounding. We had a guy over there. And he was out of the box, and now the Tigers will hunt it away. That was a terrible call.
Well, this crew needs to go back to Northwest Tennessee.
Goodness gracious. I mean, I understand, but this has been ridiculous. Now we got a timeout. Who wants to call a timeout? The Patriots want to call a timeout.
They can't get all the players on the field.
Let's just keep it right here. The Tiger pregame show coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll get you called on all the get you called up on all the scoring plays of the first half. Get you ready for the second half. And my buddy back here, Mac Bible, will be in, and she'll tell you all the things going on around Hardin County sports from this past week. Wonder if we got any more bowling. We do? She says yes, we do. We've had a big bowling week, a lot of records set and all kinds of stuff going on. So we'll talk about that as well. So they'll send Seth Donner out to punt it. He'll stand at his own 15-yard line. 5 seconds to go here in the half. Here's a snap. Here comes a little bit of a rush. He gets a low spinning line drive. It's going to hit, take a Tiger bounce, throw down the 20, and it'll be halftime. After one half of play here in the first round of the TSSAA playoffs, Hardin County 31, White House Heritage, nothing. We'll be back right after this timeout. All right, welcome back to the Jungle here at Jim Carroll Stadium. The first round of the TSSAA playoffs tonight has the Tigers in control, 31-0. Let's take a look at the scoring of the first half. Tigers won the toss and decided to take the football, and they promptly went down the field. 9 plays, 73 yards. John Wheatley goes in from a yard out. Extra point, no good. 6-0 our score. The Patriots get the ball back. They go 3 plays, have to punt it back to the Tigers, and the Tigers go 1 play, 42 yards. Hunt to Pope on the pass and catch. And the touchdown there, extra point, no good. 12-0 our score. White House Heritage turns it over on downs, and the Tigers get it in good field position at their Patriots 31. They go 6 plays, 31 yards. Hunt to Garner for an 18-yard touchdown pass. 2-point conversion, no good at that point. 18-0 as we move to the second quarter. And then White House unable to do anything with it. They punt it back to the Tigers. The Tigers go 6 plays, 65 yards. Pope on a 27-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion, no good. 24-0 at that point. And then White House gets their first opportunity to try to get on the scoreboard as the Patriots miss a field goal and turn it back over to Hardin County. Hardin County goes 3 plays, 80 yards. The big strike there was Hunt to Garner on a 70-yard touchdown pass, catch, and run. Extra point, good. And it was 31-0 at that point, and that's where it ends, 31-0 here at halftime as the Pride is out on the field getting ready to perform for this playoff crowd. So a good first half, to say the least.
Yeah, they just had their way with White House. I mean, it's going to go this way the second half too. I mean, you probably won't see your starters the whole ball game. It just basically dominated them on both sides of the ball. And like we talked about, I mean, they hadn't passed midfield. I mean, the defense just completely shut them down. They don't have the size or the speed, and they don't have a real good throwing game. So I mean, it's just we just dominated them pretty much from top to bottom. I hope the whole district or region that they're in is this way. If they are, we could walk through that. So, but I imagine the number 1 team in the district is going to be a little bit better than this.
Well, Springfield beat them 57-14, so that ought to tell you something right there. But, I mean, Tigers played, a very good first half. I mean, the game got sloppy late in the second quarter, a lot of penalties, a lot of holding penalties. I think Kirk's right. I think this set of officials feel sorry for this bunch as far as that's concerned, trying to hold the score down. You don't like to think that, but it caused the Tigers to kind of get a little lackadaisical and sloppy as far as that. We need to come out. We'll kick off to them, start the second half, and hold them and put another couple of points, get it to the 35, and let the clock run, and let some younger kids play.
Well, Kirk, it is a kind of a concerning thing for the Tiger coaching staff is these penalties, and they seem to come in droves when we do them, and it just killed a drive right then that we might have could have put one more score on that thing, get that clock rolling in the second half.
Well, I mean, and we've had untimely penalties in some big games, like the Milan game. We had a couple of motion penalties when we were, when you get a 30-40 yard gain and it all comes about because of a silly penalty, and the thing is, we've had several of them. So in every game.
Yeah.
So I don't know that the officials are missing that many of them that we may be doing it. But it's also coached into you. If you're going to get your quarterback blindside hit, they want you to hold, instead of letting your quarterback get knocked out. Or you're supposed to pass interfere if the guy's got you beat and they're going to score a touchdown over the top and you can reach out and grab them. I mean, that's better than giving them up a score. So, I mean, some of that's coached in, but the motion penalties, illegal procedure, I think what they probably said on the illegal procedure that we were improperly aligned, probably didn't have 7 men on the line. That wasn't an actual motion penalty. And so you know, that's the stuff you got to get out of if you're going to get into these playoffs deep.
Well, I've seen a couple of flinches too that, you know, right before the snap. You know, and sometimes it could be a snapping issue too. Maybe the count, he hears the count, the ball doesn't get snapped when they think it's all a timing thing anyway.
Well, you know, it's one of the things that changed when they took the umpires out from behind the defensive line and moved them back with the referee.
Yeah.
You can have them calling defensive signals, you know, and their defensive signal sounds a lot like the word hut. And so, you know, you can get the defense making noises too that'll make your offense jump.
Yeah, but it's been all Hardin County here in the first half. The Pride is out on the field. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, Mac Bible will be in with us, and she'll get you caught up on all the rest of the Hardin County sports going on this past week. 31-0 our score here at halftime at Jim Carroll Stadium. Tigers on top of the Patriots from White House Heritage. We'll be back after this quick timeout. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. We're at halftime. Tigers on top, 31-0 at halftime. The Pride is out on the field performing for the home crowd. I want to remind you to start your sports Saturday in the morning at 9:30 with Sports Talk from Saylock Coffee, and then Coach to Coach will follow. We'll also get you ready for SEC football and Tennessee and Arkansas, and then Big Orange football tomorrow evening right here on 93.5 as Tennessee heads over to Arkansas. Now, one of my favorite times of the football night, Mac Bible comes in. She'll get you caught up on all the record-breaking action from Hardin County High School sports.
Thank you. Not much went on at the high school this week, but the bowling team took a big win against us. Well, it's just bowling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. High games, Kayla Chanel, 237, 229, Gracie Franks, 208, 194, Jennifer Latch, 205, Emily Edwards, 200, Macy Brumley, 192. The boys won 27-0. High games, John Smith, 269, 215, Eli Northcutt, 228, 222, Wesson Heath, 224, Chandler Causey, 224, Matthew Spears, 222, Britton Pops, 213, and 204, Hayden Latch, 207. And that's all for this week. I'm Mac Bible, Tiger Radio Sports Director.
Now, I was trying to teach you something there during your sports deal, is that, so you build the crowd up.
Yeah.
And I did that.
Well, it wasn't much.
And then you let them down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Coach Smith did the same thing to me last week when we were at Sports Talk. I was talking about the Liberty game.
Yeah.
And how important that Liberty game was as far as the playoffs go.
Yeah.
And that we really need to have the support.
Yeah.
And he said, well, the playoffs are already decided whether we
Yeah.
And I said, Matthew, you don't understand what I was doing.
Yeah, you're trying to build it up.
Yeah, I was building this. I was making it a lot more important
Yeah.
than it actually was. So they believe you. Nobody knows the difference. But you did a great job.
Thank you.
And the bowling team just rolling right along.
Yeah, they are.
As always. They're an outstanding bunch. So, playoff football tonight here. How's things out on the field and in the crowd?
They're pretty good. Yeah.
A lot of excitement?
Yeah, yeah.
Good crowd?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to pump them up, and they're They didn't really.
You got your hands full in the second half to keep them away.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I appreciate you coming up, and we'll see you hopefully next week, probably over in Springfield, Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right. That's Matt Bottle with Tiger Radio. We'll take a time out. We'll have time. Your score 31-0. Hardin County on top of the Patriots from White House Heritage as the Pride performs for the home crowd. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the second half kickoff. Good job.
Thank you.
I built her up, all this stuff, and she didn't have nothing. What? And then you know what she said on the radio? She said, it's only bowling.
Y'all looked awful comfortable there talking about.
Oh, well, we have grown into a friendship here from the first game to now.
Well, Springfield's up at halftime 21-7. Southside and Lexington was up 21-7 on whatever they're playing.
They're playing White House.
Yeah,
the other White House. Yeah.
And I don't know, they didn't know what Northside score was.
They're over at Creekwood. Yeah. Outstanding. As always, yeah. Thank you so much. See you next week.
Jay Spondren, Peyton Weir, and trumpet trio, Preston Steyer, Sam Gray, Katie Coburn.
I'll just take
All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. I'm Steve Cornell along with Robin Smith and Kurt Carroll. We're at halftime here in round one of the TSSAA state playoff run for the Tigers and the Patriots. Tigers on top 31-0 here at halftime. The Patriots will get the ball to open the second half. As it's been all Hardin County in the first half. I think they scored on every possession except the last one there. They had to punt it away. Had some costly penalties in that drive. But trying to tack something on before we went to halftime, just couldn't get it done. White House is making their way out onto the field. Something pretty funny that just happened. I guess that's Army or National Guard out there shooting T-shirts. He got the crowd pumped up. And then when he had the air gun, he shot the thing clean over the press box, and that's something to do with this press box for sure. But anyway, I think he did it again.
Fired another one over.
Yeah, well, if he hits somebody in the face with it, it's all over with.
They'll knock them out.
All right, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the second half kick. Hardin County on top, 31-0 here from Jim Carroll Stadium. We'll be back in a moment. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. We're ready for the second half as the Tigers will kick off to the Patriots. They'll be kicking from the south to the north end zone. Martinez approaches the football. A high end-over-end kick taken at the 20-yard line. At the 25, he's at the 30, looking for some running room. Then he's going to be hemmed down, or hemmed up and knocked down. I'll get it right in a minute, right at the 30-yard line. So that's where they'll take over. First down, 1st and 10.
Ooh, that's some good stuff.
As Kurt brings the food in. Boy, got a hold of some buffalo wings out there before we started. It lit me up. I should have known better than that.
What did I miss?
Kickoff.
I'd say that $1 million deal. Couldn't turn that down in a 31-0 ball game.
So the Patriots will come out. They've got a new quarterback. It'll be Tay Francis will come in for Wilson as he'll start here in the second half. Here's a snap, hand off to Maps, looking for running room. He's just a big bowling ball, goes across the 32 down to about the 33.
Pickup of about 2. Yeah, I think the quarterback, number 16, I think he got hurt in that first half on a tackle right before they tried that field goal attempt, and he came back in, but you could tell he wasn't 100%.
So Francis in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, hands it off to Maps again, and he's going to be hit this time in the backfield at about the 34-yard line. A loss of, well, they're going to give him about one. Well, actually, I think he lost back to the 34. No gain, really. Third down, 3rd and 7 now. Probably see a lot of that young man.
Robin, you said we needed to gain tackle, and we have done that tonight. I bet that running back would agree that we have.
Here's a low snap, rolling to his left, looking to throw, still looking, fires, complete, and he's going to be knocked down, a loss of about a yard. The completion was right at the first, or the line of scrimmage, but he was knocked backwards, and they'll go 3 and out and have to punt it back to the Tigers. So a good start for the Tiger defense as they hold, as Maps will punt it away. Back deep is John Whitley, as he'll stand at his own 35. Here comes a little bit of a rush. They get it away, and it'll hit at the 40, take a Tiger bounce back to the 42, and that's where the Tigers will have it. First down, 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line, and Hunt will bring them out. Tigers leading 31-0. As just getting going here in the 3rd quarter.
Tigers coming out in their power offense again, just like they started the ball game, with McGee coming in at tight end, and Van Hoos is your H-back, and just 2 wideouts, Garner and Pope. Whitley is your running back.
So the Patriots will start with a 4-man front against this Tiger offense. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Whitley, and they're going to be all over him. They knock him back in the backfield, back to about the 37. That was a jailbreak right there.
Yeah, the Tiger offensive line didn't do so well right there.
Linebacker jumped the gap on him there, that outside linebacker. He was.
So knocks it back about 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 14 from our 37-yard line. Pope and Garner out to the right. McGee in at the tight end slot. Van Hoos and the H-backs to the right. Here's a snap. And he's going to be hitting the backfield again, but he bounces outside looking for some running room. Turns it up at the 40, 45, knocked out of bounds. That was all John Whitley there. He had the mercy field as the linebacker, number 48, was up in his face again. That's Ethan Brazil.
Yeah, he shot the A-gap that time. We didn't pick him up. Right guard got blocked down right there. You just can't let him squeeze in that A-gap when that's where you're running.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Tigers.
Knox Gray into the ball game. McGee comes out.
They'll need to get it to the 48 of the Patriots for the first. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right and left. Here comes Gray in motion back to the right. Here's a snap. Here comes a blitz. in the pocket, still looking. Nobody open. Now he's going to take off. He's at the 45. He's at the 50. Lowers his head, and then he gets knocked out of bounds at about the 49. But they're going to spot it right at the 50. He'll be a couple of yards short of the first down.
I don't know. Do you go or do you punt? You go.
You got to go. They ain't done anything offensively.
No, there's no risk in not making it.
So Big McGee will come out and Gray, or come in and Gray will come out. So they'll go more of a power set.
Hard snap and timeout.
Hunt lining them up, sends Pope and Garner to his right. Whitley in the pistol formation now right behind Rivers. 4-man front. Now they walk that linebacker up. Now he retreats. Here he comes from the opposite side, trying to get the Tigers to jump. And now the Tigers will have to call a timeout. Showing a lot of movement up front, but the Tigers take a timeout.
And now the punting team comes on.
And they'll send probably Garner back to punt. 9:05 to go. Here in the third quarter, Hardin County on top, 31-0 over the Patriots. I think Robin gave us a score that Lexington was defeating White House 21-7 over in Lexington, Tennessee. And Springfield will take on the winner of this game if they defeat Southside and Springfield 21-7 over in Springfield, Tennessee. No score on Northside and Creekwood. That one is being played in North Nashville. 31-0 our score here, 9:05 to go here in the third quarter as the Tigers will punt for the second time this evening. Garner at about his 35-yard line will punt it for the Tigers. Here's a snap. It's a good one. And this time it's a low end-over-end kick. It's going to be out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. That's where they'll spot it. First down, 1st and 10. Patriots at their own 20-yard line. So an exchange of punts to open up this second half. And White House Heritage will take over at their own 20.
I don't know why he wouldn't go for it there. I'm going to ask him tomorrow morning, though.
You make a note?
Yep. Well, I mean, I don't know what they had to lose. I know you might be afraid of them getting some. But
position.
Yeah, but when you're physically whipping somebody, I don't know that you don't.
Now they're going to go into their Wildcat formation with Mapes, the tailback. Here's a snap. This takes a direct snap and moves to the left, picks up about 5 to the 25. That's been the best play they've had all night long.
I know one thing. It's either going to be a hole there and he runs into it, or there's not going to be one and he's going to run into it.
And he runs into it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a straight line guy.
Tigers line up, 4-man front. They got a tight formation to the left.
Yeah.
Here's a snap, trying the left side again. This time he's going to be hemmed up, just trying to push the pile at about the 26-yard line. Picks up about a yard.
On it, Dad.
Yeah, he came out to the other side.
Well, he was pushing, and the whistle blew, they let him go.
I don't think he had the ball, though. Did he not? No.
So picks up a yard to the 26, so it'll bring up a third down, 3rd and 5, and now they'll send Francis back on the field on this third down play. Third down, well, they say third down and 3 now. Third down, 3rd and 3 from the 26. 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side, 4-man front for the Tigers. Francis awaits the snap, gets it, throws to his left. Under pressure, he fires, incomplete. Garner all over the intended receiver. Now to bring up 4th down.
Good coverage by Garner over there. I mean, that wasn't going.
They didn't have much passing game to start with, and they don't have any now.
Wilson was the intended receiver over there, Caden Wilson, and so that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he spotted
will punt it away.
He spotted it on the 26 and the marker's on the 27. We just gained a yard on that play.
Whitley back deep for the Tigers, standing at his own 45-yard line. Now here comes a couple of players racing on.
2 players short, not 1 player short.
So this will be the third punt of the quarter. He gets this one away, and it's tipped. The ball is up in the air, hits, and takes a bounce right at the 42, and the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10, at the Patriots' 42-yard line with 7:25 to go here in the third. On top, 31-0.
They need to get us a score right here so we can get her on a continuous run.
Oh, man.
So Hunt brings them out, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Whitley, the tailback, stands to his left, 3-man front for the Patriots. Here's a snap, handoff. Whitley, right side, has running room at the 40, at the 35, gives a lick there and pushes his way inside the 35 to the 36, and now we got a little scuffle going on with Pope.
Pope got blocked in the back. Navy got blocked in the back.
Well, you got to be careful with this. You know what happened last year.
Yep, they fixing to get him out because we've got well, I won't say what I want to say, but a bunch of officials that will soon throw him out. So look around.
So Pope comes out, Wilkes comes in, and they'll send Wilkes and Gray to the left, Van Hoos and Garner to the right. 4-man front now for the Patriots. Here's a snap, handoff. Whitley has running room at the 35, 30, and still on his feet, spins him down close to the 26-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down for the Tigers.
Had a lot of pinball action there. Well, he had a little, looked like he had a little slot right up there, and then he cut it to the outside. I'm not going to question his running ability or his sight because he's done too well this year.
Now, Caden will come back in. Braden will go out.
I think he had too much speed to cut it back up.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Now Whitley stands to the right of Hunt in the shotgun formation, 3-man front. Here goes Pope in motion. They're going to give it to him. Cuts it up at the field. Cuts outside at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Caden Pope. Can't get to him.
Now Garner made it to where they couldn't get to him. The one guy that was going to have a play on him, Garner just, it looked like a pick in basketball. He just kept shielding him away from Pope. And there was no holding.
So Pope goes in from 27 yards out.
We got Ivy Fowler fixing to try the extra point.
And Ivy Fowler will come in to try the extra point for the Tigers. She was 1 for 2 last week. Here's a snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is good. It took a minute to get over, but it got over.
Got that.
Tigers go up 38-0. We'll take a quick timeout. 5:53 to go here in the third. We'll be back right after this. Martinez to kick it off, taking at the 15, 20, moves backwards, and he's going to be knocked down by Wilkes. He got to the 25 again and then bowled it back out and ended up, well, they may give him forward motion at the 24.
He's got one style, and that's run towards the middle and then come outside, cut it to the outside.
They'll have a first down, 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Number 32, Keandre Smith in the ball game at defensive end. Also number 37, Noah Strickland in the game.
So Francis will bring them out. First down, 1st and 10. He's in relief of Wilson, and we think he may have suffered an injury in the first half. Here comes a man in motion. They're going to give it to him. No, Francis is going to keep it up the middle. And then he turns left and runs right into a Tiger defender who was at Hooper on the tackle. Also coming up from the pile 57. I don't have
That's Ray Van Hoos, another freshman defensive lineman. Number 24, Christian White in the ball game. Malabottom comes out.
Tigers go 2 plays, 42 yards on that last drive. Pope from 27 yards out for his second of the night, and the Tigers lead 38-0. Francis, shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Rolling to his right, looks back to his left, throws it down the middle of the field, has a man open. Great grab. He stretched it out at the 35, and then as soon as he hit the ground, it popped free. Bishop on the coverage for the Tigers, and we almost has a little bit of disaster right there.
Well, once again, Bishop running a great foot race with him. He just didn't try to break up the pass.
That was almost perfect throw.
Yeah. And a great catch.
Well, you were talking about Rivers throwing Pope open on that long touchdown. That was kind of what he did there.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 8. Mates goes out, the tailback, and they'll send in a couple of receivers. They'll empty the backfield. They'll go 2 receivers, right and left. 4-man front for Hardin County. Francis gets a snap, low snap, looking to throw, throws over the middle, has a man, and it's going to be popped up in the air and falls incomplete at the 50-yard line.
Triple team.
That's Chance Anderson on...
That's what you call throwing it into coverage.
Yeah, there was 3 guys there. I really think if there had only been one, we would have probably caught it, but we knocked each other off of the ball.
So they'll punt it away again. This will be their 3rd punt of the 3rd quarter. Back deep is Whitley. Have we had a return in the punt game this year?
Yeah, we did earlier in the season.
You got to catch it to return.
Here's a snap. And he gets it off. It's a knuckleball, and it's going to take a Patriot bounce inside Tiger territory, inside the 35, down to the 34, where the Tigers will take over. 1st down, 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line, leading 38-0 here in the 3rd quarter.
Had a lot of young Tigers coming in now. Carter Smith coming in at quarterback. Carter Scott, of course, plays first-team defense, but coming in at H-back. Knox Gray, Braden Wilkes, Christian White at tailback.
So Smith will come in relief of Hunt. His night is done. He's had a great night through 3 quarters, and a lot of the Tigers getting a rest. Smith in the shotgun formation. Here's a handoff to White, looking for some running room, just dives forward, trying to create something. Maybe he picks up a yard. Well, they're going to say he lost a yard on the carry. So they bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 11.
They've got at least one linebacker coming every play, sneaking up in different gaps, trying to create some confusion for that offensive line.
Well, of course, you've got all young Tigers in now as far as the offensive line is concerned.
Receiver right, receiver left, White the tailback. Here's a snap. Smith turns, hands off to White, looking for a little bit of running room. And gets it out to the 35, and now they'll drive.
Well, what about that? Yeah, throw that flag, Whitehead. I hope you are getting reviewed tonight.
I mean, they're blowing the whistle, and they picked White up and body slammed him right in front of him.
Landed on top.
And landed on top of
10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's poor.
Well, I mean, they just called it against us on that play there that wasn't as obvious as that.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 8. They give him forward progress up to the 35. Smith in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side. Here's a snap. Quick throw out here to Gray, complete at 35, trying to get outside, needs a block, doesn't get it, and he's going to be knocked down this shy of 40 to about the 39. That'll bring up 4th down.
If this is playoff officials, I hate to see what we got to look forward to.
These are 1st-round playoff officials.
Well, do they get worse as we go further?
No, the cream of the crop goes to the top.
Well, all right, that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Hardin County gets the score in the 3rd quarter, and after 3, Tigers on top, 38-0. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter when we return right after this timeout. as it's 4th down.
That's the illegal formation we're in there.
Garner puts it away, and they get it at the 25-yard line, down to the 35-40, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 50-yard line, and I think we got some of that played back. I don't see a flag over here. You can't throw that flag if
he didn't throw that other one. Well, I mean, he was in bounds. It wasn't an illegal hit.
Well, he took him on in.
He was right down on the sideline. He got KO'd. Man, that's football. I'm not so sure. I don't know who it was that KO'd him, but it might have been a step or two out of bounds. Nah, he was in bounds.
So White House will take over. 1st down, 1st 10. At their own 48-yard line with 11 minutes to go here in the game. Francis in the shotgun formation, hands it off to his tailback, looking for some running room, nothing there.
I'd say that is gang tackling tonight, Kurt. Yeah, well, and those guys can't stay on the blocks either. I mean, we're able to get bodies over there.
Isaiah Smith on
Tylen Irwin in the ball game at cornerback for Bishop.
So the Tigers getting a lot of youth in there. Here in the 4th quarter, Francis in at quarterback. He's been in for Wilson this whole 2nd half. Here's a snap, rolling to his right. Looking to throw, fires down. Intercepted by Gray. He's at the 50, he's at the 45, he's at the 40, and then knocked out of bounds at the 35. They threw it right in his arm.
Yep.
And Knox takes it down the sideline, gets knocked out of bounds, and the Tigers are in business. 1st and 10. That's the first turnover of the game.
He knew what to do with it when he caught it. He hadn't had a better pass thrown to him all night long than that one.
So they spotted at the 38-yard line at the White House Heritage 38-yard line. 1st down, 1st and 10, 9:45 to go here in the game. Smith brings them out, receiver right, receiver left. Gray to the left. Wilkes out here to the near side. 4-man front for the Patriots. Here's a handoff to White, and he gets maybe a yard on the carry.
That 48's been one of their best players. He's been in on a lot of tackles tonight for them. Number 9, Jacob Harrison going into the ball game at tailback. Christian White coming out.
So it's 2nd down, 2nd and about 8 for the Tigers. Ball resting right at the 36-yard line. Smith brings him to the line. He sends Gray to his left. Wilkes here to the near side. Harrison the tailback to the left of Carter. 4-man front. Here's a snap. Handoff to Harrison, looking for some running room. Now gets outside. He's at the 30. Makes a move there to 25. He's at the 20, 15, down to the 10-yard line. What a move by Jacob Harrison right at about the 30-yard line. And he gets it down to the 10. It'll be 1st down, 1st and goal from the 10.
They're on the move. All right, young ones, push it in there. Get you a score.
So 1st down, 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Smith brings them to the line, 8:17 to go. Now we got a whistle, and what do we have?
Somebody's probably not got their chin strap on right.
What did he do?
Something about the ball.
Well, I don't know what that was about. They changed balls.
I don't know. Corbin will get in trouble over that. He's the ball man.
He's looking at it.
Yeah,
he's taking a look at it. He don't know what's wrong with it.
Had some spit on it or something, I guess.
So now we're ready to go. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Handoff Harrison. Left side. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. Cuts it back into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Whew. Untouched. That hole was big enough for Kirk to run through. I wouldn't have gotten there as speedily, as quickly. Now let's see, is Ivy coming back in as far as that? No, 46 is going to kick the extra point. That is Daniel Arroyo.
So Arroyo will come in. Try his luck. Up the extra point.
And Knox Gray will hold. We're still trying to get settled on a kicker.
Yeah. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. Spinning toward the uprights. Is it good?
It's good.
6:56 to go in the game. 45-0 our score. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this. Tigers running away with this one, 45-0 as they go on a 3-play drive, 38 yards. Jacob Harrison goes in untouched from 10 yards out. Extra point good. And that's where we are. Clock running with 6:14 to go. So I think it's safe to say that depending on what happens in Springfield, if they win, we'll be in Springfield, Tennessee for round 2. If they don't, and Southside makes a comeback, we'll be right here. Here's a kickoff by Martinez, spinning around, dancing around, and he's going to be knocked down at the 25-yard line.
That was a wrong decision, son.
He went back to the middle that time and said, "Nah, I don't like the middle." When he turned around, there was that Garner coming.
Yeah.
Bam.
So the Tigers put 2 drives together here in the second half and open this one up as Heritage will come out. And 5:23 to go.
Got Caleb McGee in at defensive tackle, Jaquan Keel in at linebacker.
First down, 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Here's a snap. They hand it off to Makes. Looking for running room, cuts it up and runs over a couple of Tigers. They went down on the ground. That's what you got to do against that big old guy. Wilkes in on the Tiger.
Cut his legs out.
I want to tell you, though, does he look like a running back?
He looks like a guard.
He's got the little short legs, and he's just not built up like most running backs you see.
Second down, 2nd and 5, gain of 5 on the carry. Francis sends a man in motion. They fake it to him, hand it to Mapes again, trying the left side. He's going to be hit, dropped right there. Picks up about 2. Trying to see who was in on the tackle with it. 18.
24 Christian White was in on the tackle.
So we 3rd down. Well, now they're going to give them a 1st down. 1st and 10.
Is that their first down tonight? Actually made.
I believe so. 1st down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Handoff Mates trying the left side. Has a little bit of running room, and he's going to be knocked down.
Who is that 18?
I don't have an 18 on my,
that's a good play
right there.
He came up and forced him back inside and then made the tackle.
He may be a freshman. I don't know. It may be Sam Tanner. I'm not sure.
Good play.
A pickup of 5 on the carry.
It's either that or Blankenship, one of the two. But
Second down, 2nd and 5. Francis looks over a 4-man front. Here's a snap. Quick throw is complete to his tailback.
In the back.
Trying to get outside. Has a little bit of running room to the 50-yard line. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. So it'll be right at the 50. 1st down, 1st and 10, Patriots. We'll try to get some scores from the other brackets as soon as possible and kind of let you know how things are going over in Springfield. This way they're taking on Southside. Here's a snap. Francis, straight handoff, runs into the pile. This time that's Mapes, and then falls forward for a couple. 2:53 to go here in the game. Tigers in charge, 45-0. Looking to move to round 2 of the playoffs next week.
Number 7, and that's Micah Parrish.
Over in Creekwood at halftime, it's Creekwood 21, Northside nothing.
That surprised me there.
Here's a snap. as tailback trying to get outside. He takes a lick and then gets
He's rubbing his head too. That was
knocked out of bounds.
Number 11, Tylen Irwin. I'll have to give him credit. He went up there to deliver the punch, but he got punched.
Moving too high.
Yeah.
He's a thighs guy.
Yeah, or shin.
Yeah, shin.
Number 55, Chase Kelly in the game.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 8 after a pickup of a couple on the play.
29, Gavin Phillips.
Francis brings them to the line. Here's a snap, looking to his right, and still looking. Now the pressure gets to him. He has to take off, and he's going to be knocked down. Good play right there for Hardin County.
That was Jaquan Keel, number 26.
And that'll bring up 4th down. I'm sure they'll keep their offense out there and go for it. 1:35 to go. Clock's been running since about 7:25 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Stay tuned for the Tiger post-game show immediately following this game. We'll get you set up for next week. Also go over the scoring plays from tonight. It's been a big offensive night for the Tigers. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Now he rolls out to the right, fires, complete at the 45, down to the 40-yard line, where it'll be another 1st down. Harrison on the tackle for Hardin County. Now under a minute to go. So White House will make the long trip back. This will end their season at 7-4, so they'll exit out in round number 1. Tigers will advance to round number 2. If I had my bet, we'll be heading to Springfield. Here's a handoff. His mate's he's still giving some licks out there, plugging.
I think he'd play like that all night.
Well, at least they've got a good ride home. 2 gray line buses over there.
That little tailback, he's just a football player.
He's a senior. That's what I was looking at, that tailback. He's a senior playing his last game. 12 seconds, 10 seconds, trying to get one more play off. They better hurry. 5 seconds.
Don't look at the clock.
Here's a snap. Rolling to his left, under pressure, still looking downfield, fires over the middle, complete. And he's on his field, and then Parrish will run him down. That'll be the end of the game, and the Tigers win it. So that'll do it for round 1 as White House Heritage heads to the house. And that ends their season. The Tigers move on as they win it 45-0. Stay tuned for the Tiger pregame show, or postgame show, coming your way next. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. The Tigers just completed a victory in round one over White House Heritage, 45-0. Let's take a look at the scoring plays in the first half. The Tigers took the opening kickoff, went 73 yards on 9 plays. John Whitley went in from a yard out. The extra point was no good, 6-0 our score at that point. Second drive of the night, the Tigers go one play, 42 yards as Hunt to Pope on a 42-yard touchdown pass. 12-0 our score. Extra point no good. Tigers third drive started at Heritage 31-yard line. They go 6 plays, 31 yards. Hunt to Garner for 18 yards. And it's 18-0 at that point. 2-point conversion no good. Go into the second quarter. Tigers strike again. 6 plays, 65 yards. Caden Pope a 27-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion no good. 24-0 at that point. Really the only offensive scoring threat, White House on the next drive. Tried a field goal, came up way short. Tigers took the ball at the 20-yard line. They go 3 plays, 80 yards. Hunt hits Garner, streaking down the sideline for a 70-yard touchdown catch. 31-0, extra point good. And then the two teams exchanged punts. 31-0 was our halftime score. 3 punts to start us off in the third quarter. And then the Tigers strike with 7:25 to go in the third. 2 plays, 42 yards, 27-yard touchdown run by Caden Pope. Extra point by Ivy Fowler is good. And it's 38-0 at that point. And then we get one more score as the young ones come out. And they go 3 plays, 38 yards. Harrison, a 10-yard run, extra point good. 45-0 is the final, and the Tigers will more than likely head over to Springfield as they're on top 35-7 over Southside. Creekwood 28, Northside 7. Lexington was on top of White House 21-7 over in Lexington, Tennessee. So that's kind of how it stacks up right now. So Hardin County will head over to Springfield for next week. But before we talk about that, let's talk about tonight. All Hardin County from the opening kickoff all the way to the end.
Well, and they were back on the big play train again tonight, and they played an inferior opponent. I don't think that they were the caliber of teams that we played most of the season, and we took advantage of that. But we were the most aggressive team and had the better athletes. So I mean that usually adds up to a win if you just don't completely knock yourself out in a ball game.
Well, as far as the Tigers are concerned tonight, I think that one thing, if you're talking about trying to correct, you're not going to be able to go to Springfield and miss 4 extra points as far as that part's concerned. You got to work on that this week and get that straightened out. Another thing, of course, we had the penalty bug hit us again. These officials here tonight, they're terrible. But it's hard to say. You go to the next level. What are you going to get there? But the holding calls, the illegal procedure calls, as far as that part's concerned, you can't do that against an opponent like Springfield. Springfield is good to start out with, and they're going to take advantage of every mistake that you make. So you've got to really work on some things this week and get some of that kind of stuff straightened out. You're really going to have to play almost a flawless football game next week to be able to beat them up there. We've never gone up there that I'm aware of and won a game. We've struggled with them every time that we've played them, and they're better this year, and I think they have been in the past. So anyway, it's hard to say when you win 45-0 that you need to work on some things, but there are a few things that the Tigers need to work on next week.
Yeah, that's right. And, like you said, going to Springfield, they've kind of been a bugaboo. Last year we played a really good game up there and had our opportunities. But they were a young team, too. We knew that going in. Sophomore quarterback, had a senior tailback, but they had a really good front. I don't know if one of those kids coming back, I thought they had 2 seniors up front that were really good. And I don't know that we were really prepared for how good they really were last year. defensively, especially on that side of the field. And it was a wet, rainy night. And you know what was funny about that game? I probably told you this, but we were doing that game. I know me and Brett were down there by the concession stand and watching them come out, and I remember him looking at me and going, man, they're small. I mean, they're a young-looking bunch, but they executed well. Their tailback was really good. Their quarterback made plays when he had to, and, you know, we just couldn't really execute that well. But we're going through the game and talking about that, and we're sitting there going, how is this happening? You know, why can't we make, you know, you remember us doing that. You know, it was always some big plays and then something happened. And so how's this team beating us? They have nobody dynamic out there. And then I'm listening to the Haywood game the next week, as that's who they were playing. And their radio guys were saying the same thing as we were. You know, how is this happening? You know, we're a better team as far as what you see out on the field, the look tests and the speed. But they do things well up there.
One thing about them, that's what I was fixing to say, they're a well-coached football team. That coach knows what he's got. He knows what his strengths are. He knows what his weaknesses are. And, you know, he exploits his strengths and, you know, he protects his weaknesses. So, you know, they are a well-coached football team, and I think that, you know, that's where we've got to a big advantage. I mean, we are too. I mean, I'm not saying that we're not, but, I mean, when you run up I guess the bottom line, what I am saying is, when you run up against a team like that, you cannot afford to make the mistakes that we made tonight and hope to come out of there with a win. I agree. Last year when we saw them, we thought we had an excellent chance to win and come back home and play Haywood, but it just didn't happen. Their quarterback, he was small, but he was shifty and he's fast, and he knew how to handle the ball, and he knew how to run their offense. He passed at the right time, and he ran at the right time. So, and he's still there.
Well, go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, go ahead.
Well, I don't know what I was going to ask you now. Well, I know what it was now. I was sitting here thinking about the last two games that we've had. What was it, 54-7 last week, 45-0 this week. Your starters get really 2 weeks of rest in the second half of each of those games. Really, probably the last 4 quarters, get 4 quarters off. So we're going to come out of here pretty healthy and pretty fresh.
Yeah, and have been pretty much all year, you know, except for Bourne. I mean, I hope he's doing well. I hadn't heard lately, but, you know, he's really about the only starter we've lost. Pope, you talked about him having growing.
Didn't look like it tonight.
No, he looked smooth. He's like silk pie. I mean, he's just smooth when he moves, and they didn't have an answer for that. But it still comes down to being the aggressive team, and you're talking about Springfield being well coached. Well, you can be well coached, but you still got to be aggressive. And this team tonight, you know, they were not as aggressive as we are. And so, I mean, we won both sides of the ball, and they just really weren't able to do anything. So, based on what you're saying about Springfield, this ought to be a pretty good, you know, matchup. And that's why you want to play the Lexingtons and Milans is, you know,
I'm going to compare them if we had a team that we played all year long as far as comparison to Milan.
Yeah,
I figured they're that type of football team.
Because Milan didn't just overwhelm you with
finesse.
Yeah, I mean, like Lexington, they're 5 offensive linemen, like we talked about, look like 5 Coke machines. They were the same size Coke machine. And they really do have a power lineup to play, and I think you're right. I think Milan would probably be the best setup. And we were highly competitive if we don't make mistakes in that ball game.
Going back to what we've said on the front, right. we don't make the mistakes that we made.
Well, anytime you move up that pyramid towards the top, the competition gets better, and it's supposed to, and the cleaner you can play at any level in those close matchups can be the deciding factor of whether you win or lose.
Exactly. I want to thank our sponsors and, of course, our listeners to tonight's game and our viewers at Slice 93 on YouTube channel. But we couldn't do it without our sponsors for sure. So all the sponsors that you heard, please go out and tell them thank you. Go out and shop local and help them out, help them, help us, help you. I guess, if that's the way to put it. That was all. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Was that new one?
You may need to stick with it.
Oh, man. Next week, we'll be in Springfield, Tennessee, 7 p.m. kickoff time, airtime 6:45, right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, the WKWX-FM app, and the Alexa dot at TuneIn Radio, WKWX. Remember, Sports Talk in the morning starts our sports Saturday at 9:30 from Saylock Coffee. Me and Kirk will be there with Coach Smith. We'll talk about tonight's game, get his thoughts, and take a look at Springfield. We'll also get you set for Tennessee and Arkansas coming up tomorrow afternoon. Following us will be Coach to Coach with Matthew McGinnis and Larry. Camera.